friends, it's Jay. Today we're going to be doing my winter list. We're already a month into winter and I haven't gotten this out to you guys, so I definitely wanted to let you guys know which fragrances I'm excited to wear this winter or that I have been wearing, and also the fragrances that I, of course, recommend to you guys. I've gone ahead and made categories just so that you can kind of organize them or pick from whatever your taste may be. So we're going to start with fresh, and they may not always fit into what you think fresh might be. So I'll definitely give descriptions of my reasons for adding them to this list, okay? The first one is just, there's no description necessary as far as why I put it on the fresh list. This is Twilly D'Hermes, and I've said previously, this fragrance reminds me of a white bar of soap. From the experience of opening the bar of soap from the packaging to bathing with it in the shower, I get creamy white soap. So it's clean, it's round, there's nothing sharp about it. It's smooth. And this fragrance, it's a little bit spicy. There is nothing about it that is there's no sweetness to it. So it's not hard to like. It's appropriate for a lot of different occasions. And it's strong enough. That's why I added it to this winter list, because I think you can wear this all year round. It's strong enough. It has enough presence that if you just want to smell clean with minimal sweetness, fresh, smooth, soft, you can wear this. And I think it, like I said, it has enough presence to where it will last through the winter, through the cold. So that is Twilly D'Hermes. The next one is definitely, all these are a love of mine, but I'm going to say it's a love of mine, Elie Blanche. It's almondy vanilla laundry powder. So that laundry powder note makes it fresher. This fragrance definitely is strong. You don't have to worry about the projection. It's definitely going to last through the winter. And something that I read and I noticed with one particular fragrance, this Dolce Gabbana, the only one, is that in winter, the top notes tend to stay around a little bit longer and it takes longer for the fragrance to develop. And this is a fragrance that I noticed that with, because there is pear at the beginning. There's some florals, white florals, but also violet or heliotrope is in here, which makes it powdery. And there's some caramel, coffee. I rarely get coffee notes. I have a hard time picking them up unless it's prominent in the fragrance. So here I don't really pick up the coffee, but I definitely pick up the caramel, the vanilla in the base. In warmer months, this fragrance seems a little deeper. Winter, I get more of the freshness, the fresh top notes, the florals, the pear. It is sweet. I definitely feel the caramel. I do get the caramel, but I don't get anything heavy. I don't get anything syrupy. This fragrance, I get, like I said, mostly the top notes. They stay around a lot longer. So that's why I'm keeping this fragrance in the fresh section of my winter list. So this is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. The next one is typically talked about in summertime, and I get it. It's like a salty vanilla with some florals, but because of that, this fragrance is strong. It definitely projects way out. This is a pusher, this pushes way out, and because of that, I'm gonna keep this in my fresh winter fragrances because the vanilla is deep enough, but the projection is definitely strong enough to keep it through the winter. So this is Olympia by Paco Rabanne. I didn't say that. This is the original EDP. Okay, this next one is new to my collection and I love it. This is definitely my style. This is Boss Parfum, and this is the scent Private Accord. Now, when you smell this fragrance directly from the cap, I've already sprayed it, you definitely get that chocolate orange, but when you spray it and it's on your skin, and even on your clothing, this fragrance, the chocolate doesn't stay around. Cacao, it doesn't really stay around, and it becomes more of a orangey vanillic fragrance, but still on the fresher side. It has some sweetness to it, definitely, but it's not overly sweet. This is beautiful. I'm so happy to have gotten this. This is one that, you know, everybody was talking about it and I kind of turned my head the other way, but I should have paid attention because this is really beautiful. Yeah, this is Boss, the scent Private Accord. So chocolate on the top, definitely sweet orangey but fresh vanilla in the base. This is worth trying if you have not. So the next category is going to be florals, winter florals. I definitely think that you can wear florals in the winter time, and not only because of the composition of the fragrance, but I think that florals are nice because they put you in the mind of warmer weather if you're kind of feeling down in winter. I think the important thing is that they can project, they can last, they can withstand the cold. So my first choice would be the Old Michael Kors. This is a gardenia. I get gardenia from this fragrance. I think it's a tuberose fragrance, but I smell gardenia. There's some incense in this fragrance. I think some woody notes as well. But this fragrance will project as well. This is a nice bubble around you, but it's very, very floral. Those other notes are just to add maybe some depth to it. What you mainly get from this fragrance, to me, is gardenia. Other people may smell tuberose. I smell gardenia. And gardenia is a fantasy note. It's not something that you can actually extract from the flower. They have to synthesize it and replicate the gardenia smell. But that's what I smell. And this is beautiful. So this is the original Michael Kors, the EDP. Can you see that? The next fragrance is Elie Saab, and this is Le Parfum Intense. This fragrance is strongly orange blossom, but there's some honey in here. And what makes this fragrance, I feel, appropriate for winter is the patchouli. So this patchouli in here is balmy. It makes this fragrance just a little bit deeper. And so what it reminds me of, like I said in the beginning of this category, is that it reminds me of humid, warm spring or summer days, and you just are in this warm weather and you get a nice breeze carrying the scent of some orange blossoms, some white flowers. I've always said this fragrance reminds me of moist skin. But yeah, I think it can put you in the mood, in the mind of warm weather, but it's definitely appropriate and strong enough to last in this winter weather. So that is Elie Saab. You guys need to try this. This is really, really beautiful. If you like white florals, this is something definitely worth having in your collection. All of these, but you know, I love this one. Now we've got some winter roses. This is C by Armani. This is the EDP. This is rose. It's mainly a rose fragrance, but it has black currant, some vanilla, and again, some patchouli to give it some depth, some warmth, something to ground it, some earthiness. This is a beautiful kind of syrupy, sweet rose. This is beautiful. So this is the original Armani C EDP. There are a lot of these coming out. I got to get my nose on the newer ones, but this one is definitely a staple. So that is that. And then there is Coco Mademoiselle. This is the intense version. So this is citrus, this is rose, again, with the patchouli and some vanilla. This fragrance is known for its strength. So definitely, if you want a rose fragrance with some citrus on top, this is gonna last you in the wintertime. This is beautiful. So that is Coco Chanel Mademoiselle, the intense version. So the next category, I don't know, all of these I can say are my favorite at some point in time, but these soft, spicy fragrances, I feel like I can pick them up whenever. But this is Hypnotic Poison by Dior. Okay, so this is vanilla, this is licorice, some sandalwood in here. I feel like this is a doughy fragrance. This is described as Play-Doh, but I don't feel like there's any salt in here. I feel like it's very just sweet. Almond in here as well. There is said to be peach and plum, but when I spray this fragrance, they're at the top. I don't really get any fruitiness from this fragrance. Coconut, I don't get coconut. I'm glad about that. But yeah, I definitely get the vanilla. I definitely get the sandalwood. Definitely get some spiciness, soft spiciness from the licorice. This one is definitely a staple as well. Hypnotic Poison by Dior. The next one is unique. It's strong. I've never smelled anything quite like it. This is Dior Addict, and this is the 2012 version. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I have the 2012 version. There is a flower in here called Night Blooming Cereus that is said to have a soft, spicy undertone, and I get a lot of that from this fragrance because it almost feels green. I think there's mandarin orange and another leafy note at the top. It's not overtly green, but there is some greenness to the spice, still white floral, and vanilla, heavy vanilla. This mix, this composition is unique. And it's strong. This fragrance, you only need a couple sprays. It projects and it lasts. So this is Dior Addict, unique and beautiful. The next one I have is another soft and spicy. This is Tom Ford Noir Parfum. This one has white florals with there's no greenness to this fragrance. I feel it's more there's ginger in here. So more like kitchen spices, things that are edible with vanilla and white florals. This is beautiful. And the flowers, what they do for this fragrance, I really appreciate it because it keeps it from becoming overly sweet. So it adds a floral element to kind of elevate it a little bit just from being a gourmand. This one I can smell forever. This is something I feel I will always have as well. This is Tom Ford Noir Parfum. And this next one is marketed towards men, and this is excuse me, not Dior. This is Guerlain. This is L'Homme Ideal, and this is the Eau de Parfum, the EDP. This is cherry. This is tobacco, vanilla, suede, soft spices. This is pretty too. So when you first spray this fragrance, you definitely get the cherry, and I feel like it lasts throughout. Everything kind of builds as this fragrance develops. So you end up with a really beautiful, slightly fruity, slightly sweet, spicy composition at the base. So this is L'Homme Ideal. This is the EDP by Guerlain. And the next one is also new to my collection. This is Boss Le Parfum, but this is the Accord. What is this? This is, oh no, the Scent Absolute. This, when you first spray it, when you smell it, you definitely get peach. There's honey in this fragrance. In the base, there's vanilla and there is vetiver. Let me tell you, as this fragrance develops, it starts to smell tobacco-y to me. So I feel like it's like a wet tobacco that's soaking in like peach and honey syrup. This is beautiful to me. I love a fragrance with a tobacco note, definitely, but with the sweetness and the fruitiness of the peach and the honey, this is good. I don't hear this one talked about too much. This is the Scent Absolute. So the vetiver definitely is a beautiful touch to add that depth to this fragrance. But definitely it's sweet. Still bright from the peach. If you guys haven't tried this one, try it out. And if you have, let me know if you get that tobacco-y feel, that sweet, fruity tobacco feel from it. But this is definitely one I will be wearing. This is a sweetie. This is the last category, and these are sweeties. So that's Boss. Again, this is the Scent Absolute, okay? Or Absolute. And the next one is also new to my collection. This is La Vie Belle, and this is the Intense Mint. This is a raspberry, powdery vanillic raspberry. That is a good way to describe this fragrance. This lasts and lasts and lasts. And it's just a beautiful soft cloud around you. There is, I don't know, I get a little bit of nuttiness too on skin. When I spray this on my clothes, I don't necessarily get that. But when I spray it on my skin, I get a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of doughiness from this. It doesn't last forever, but it's definitely there on my skin. This is a beautiful fragrance. I don't get necessarily a lot of the original Vie Belle. This is more Oh, there's no patchouli in here. So this is more, just like I said, a raspberry, powdery raspberry, vanillic, kind of nutty, soft fragrance. So that is La Vie Belle Intense Mint. Okay. And that's it. That's it, you guys, for my designer list. So I hope to see you guys in my niche list. That'll be coming out next. I hope you guys are having a great day. Continue to have a great day. Love, Jay. Bye-bye.